Hey, perfect spirit. I'm Sam Shelley, the Miracle Man. Now let's create a miracle in your life right here, right now. Let's do this. All right, so if you're new to my channel, welcome. I talk about getting rid of that head trash, that stress, the anxiety, the panic attacks, all that worry. That's all garbage. We need to throw that out. So this is what this channel is all about. So please subscribe, let's get this message out there about our power, our strength when we get rid of the nonsense up here. So today I want to talk about the rules of self-healing. So today I'm just going to go through the rules, then I'll explain them after I list out some of the rules. But the rules are in like air quotes, if you will. This is just from what I found in my own personal experience. The first rule of healing is you do not talk about healing. The second rule is you do not talk about healing. Third, you do not battle, you do not fight cancer, your diseases, your addictions, your health challenges. Don't fight, don't battle. Number 4, don't judge and don't criticize yourself. And number 5 is do not believe your thoughts, your beliefs, your opinions. That's the head trash. That's the mental garbage. And we need to throw that stuff out. It's not serving us. So let's dive into these rules, if you will. So the first rule is do not talk about healing. I'll talk about this inner dialogue. If you get going and like, I'm going to heal myself, I'm going to heal myself, just in this loop of healing yourself, we need to stop that and realize, so just think about this. When you think about healing, what stories come up for you? Just think about all those stories that arise for you when you say healing. And all those thoughts that come up actually block healing. They actually physically block healing all this head trash. So the key to healing is to relax the mind. And you can't do this if you keep going, I'm healing myself, I'm healing myself. It's not going to work. It's going to add more noise and it's going to block your own healing. And something else that happens as well is what you focus on expands. So if you're saying that you need to heal yourself, you're saying there's something wrong within the body, and you're giving that wrongness attention, and that wrongness is going to expand. It's going to stay stuck. So by saying I'm going to heal myself, you're actually making yourself more ingrained into that. So you don't want to do that. The second rule is do not talk about healing. And this is about the external world. You don't go blabbing to the world that I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to heal myself. I know you're going to get back is their opinions, their head trash on reasons why you can't heal yourself, which is going to confirm your head trash, blocking it even more. So you don't want to do that as well, because it's not about healing. It's about letting go of this. So the next thing I hear a lot is people are battling a disease, fighting cancer. You don't want to do that either. You don't want to battle. You don't want to fight. You don't want to kick in that flight or fight response in the mind. Because when you're in fight mode, it creates stress, which creates that cortisol in the body. And cortisol keeps the body sick. And stress is the silent killer. So if you're battling, fighting, you're just increasing your stress. And that is not helpful. This is why they tell you when you're in the hospital, they want you to get you out as soon as possible, because they know you cannot relax properly in a hospital. You can relax better at home. And relaxation is key to healing. So the fourth rule is do not judge or criticize yourself, because that's not helpful. Why would you attack yourself? Why would you battle yourself? That makes no sense. So let go of all that judgment, all that criticism, realizing you're doing your very best in this moment based on your understanding of the situation of this moment and how aware you are of this moment. People may not understand that awareness. Not aware of the story, but awareness of like being here in this moment and seeing the situation as it is, and not through the head trash filters, if you will. This creates like a veil, different colored glasses, that you don't have the right perception when you're judging and criticizing yourself. So you need to stop that. And the next rule is do not believe your thoughts, your opinions, your beliefs. because they're just a mental story. They're just lies, misinformation. It's misguided. Because the real, this is a lot of thinking, overthinking. It doesn't solve anything. If anything, it creates more issues. Because the situation you got yourself into was from overthinking about it. So once again, it's about relaxing. Then when you relax this, throw that garbage out or ignore it, whatever you do, then you go into a place of knowing. Knowing is where the magic happens, the miracles happen from the place of knowing. So it's all about relaxing this craziness, not battling, not fighting, not being at war with yourself, not talking about healing, and just find that peace within you. For peace is really the energy of transformation. It's not all this doing this, all this busyness. You just need to take inspired action from spirit. So basically inspired action. Let's look at that. Inspired in spirit. So taking action from spirit, not from overthinking it, but acting from this deeper spot within you. Because this knows the way. This is your lighthouse. You are the light that never dims. This light never goes dark. There's never a dark night of the soul. That is a huge myth. Your soul never goes dim. Even when the body drops away, your light actually will even shine brighter, because what's creating that darkness are all these stories. That the body isn't naturally in stress, worry, anxiety, panic attacks. It's the thoughts that are the key behind that. Because my hand only knows to be a hand. It doesn't know anything about stress, anxiety, disease. It knows nothing of that, just to be a hand. But then the mind will come along and say, oh, is there something about my hand? My fingers don't move properly, or whatever the story may be. You don't want to entertain those kind of thoughts. You just want to say, oh, the hand's a little off today. Then we get quiet, we get still, and we just inquire, how can I best support this hand? And then you just trust whatever rises up for you, that immediate instinct, that immediate nugget that comes along. But then when that nugget comes along of wisdom, the mind will chime in, the second voice will chime in, first voice, second voice. Second voice will chime in and say why the first voice is incorrect. Did you have those kind of situations before where you're doing some kind of task and you had this knowing that you needed to go do it this certain way, but then the mind came along and convinced you to do it a different way? Then an hour, 2 hours later, when you're really frustrated, really annoyed, you stop and say, man, I should have listened to myself. That first insight, man, I'm going to need to go do it this way. 5 minutes later, it's done, it's finished, it's over with. But yet you spend 2, maybe 3 hours being frustrated, angry that it's not working out. But if you trusted that initial instinct, it just works out in magical ways. And that's what the circle reminds us behind us, that we are one with all that is. And we are whole and complete, just as we sit here. It's just simply the mental stories saying this should not be, this needs to be different. Well, you just notice, like the hand, you just notice, okay, it's feeling a little off. But we want to compare this hand with this other hand. That's not helpful. This comparison, this judgment, we don't want to do that. We just simply notice, okay, this hand feels a little off. What can I do to support this hand? Because you don't want to get that judgment and criticism. Let that go. You want to do everything you can to quiet the noise. Or if you can't really quiet that well, then don't pay attention to it. Don't give it your full attention. Just say, oh, thanks for the information, and go do your own thing. Do your own thing from this deeper place. So that's the talk for today. Hopefully it was helpful to you. Tomorrow I'm talking about Superhero Sunday is tomorrow, and we're going to be talking about the past. So all my healing circles in the future are me talking about the past, releasing the past. Releasing the traumas of the past, the PTSDs, the stories. Because everything in the past is defining us in this moment. When we can clear the past, let go of the past, then the body will start to get back into harmony, synchronicity. Then eventually we'll talk about the future as well, because future guessing creates a whole set of issues. So maybe it's going to be the healing circles, past, past, past. Every so often throw in the future, then every so often throw in manifestation. Like when this is clear, how do you dive into the 0 point and envision and manifest from this deeper place? The real law of attraction is from here, not up in here. Law of attraction happens from here. And you can't do that with a busy, head trash filled mind. All right, well, take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye for now.